I am back with baking basics, and in episode 3 we are making a simple double chocolatey muffin over here. Now, part of the baking basics is to inspire you to get started with baking, or if you're a beginner who is unsure where to start, this is to empower you with simple, fast-free recipes that will get you started on your journey to baking. And I chose this recipe for that reason. It doesn't require much, it's able to come together easily, and in fact I put this all together using simple recommended tools that I already covered in episode 1. So for this recipe, the good thing is that you can pick the ingredients which are accessible from your local shop, or if you have a full-on pantry with baking items, you can almost turn around and collect all of those. So I'm not going to waste your time today, but like always, as simple as a muffin is, we're going to get through with it, and on screen is the list of ingredients for you to check out whilst I also preheat our oven over here. Into one bowl, I am going to add my self-raising flour that has a pinch of salt, and I must add, this is more than a pinch. I think there is about 7 to 10 grams of salt, and that is because the sugar here is a little bit more than you would normally have for a muffin. That said, this recipe doesn't yield super sweet because we have dark cocoa powder that is really strong, bloomed with some coffee, and creme fraiche over here. So that should balance the sugar out, but the salt is intentional to bring complexity and settle the taste, making for a great mouthfeel. With the sugar and flour mixed together, let me just get my whisk over there, and we are going to whisk this together and set this aside. Now into another bowl, I am going to add some oil and butter. The oil and butter is important here because whilst oil here adds a moisturizing element over here into the recipe, butter, because I've also melted it, should enhance the flavor for us, because we know oil is great in baking, but oil can be a little bit flavorless. So whilst it is texture enhancing and will bring me a delicate crumb to my muffin, I just need a bit of flavor, which the butter is going to give me over here. Now into this, I have already bloomed my cocoa powder. Of course, the quantities and what you need is all in the recipe list for you, but I'm going to mix the oil and butter together here, and into that I'm going to add, oh God, look at what's happened. We're going to add our eggs. Notice though that in my recipe I haven't added rising agent. Simple reason being, I am using self-raising flour. Now whisking the eggs and fat together, I am now going to add that into my bloomed coffee, because I had to do the coffee and cocoa powder mixture together just so that it will cool, because actually I do not want to cook my eggs at all. And of course, the hot coffee brings a liquid element as well to my muffin. You know what? I am supposed to do this in batches, but you know what I'm like. I'm a little bit of a lazy baker, right? So we are sort of folding this in together so that it comes, it's a bit of a thick batter if you ask me. The thick batter means we do not have a cupcake recipe, even though I think the yield is great. I'm just mixing this a little bit more. Right, this is what we've got over here, and into that you'll find that over here on my work table I have myself a few different additions. I have dark chocolate pieces that are chopped. This is about 70% cocoa, so you have really bitter, strong chocolate here. Why am I chewing? And then into that I have milk chocolate and white chocolate, because I want a bit of texture and color to this, because the chocolate is too dark, and that's about 200 grams. So I'm spreading a bit of that in here, turning that all around. Now that's about 100 grams. I'm going to add a bit more. And that's our muffin batter all done. Now I also have some blueberry jam here. I want to enhance the texture, mouthfeel, and also the moisture of the muffin. Now the blueberry is not going to go into the entire batter. I'm just going to do a select few just so that there is choice. Now I have already gone ahead and lined my tins here. So I'm going to start distributing the batter. I had wanted to get muffin pans, but this is really unplanned and last minute baking for me. So we're going to have to do with cupcake cases. I really like to bring the rustic look of a muffin. But if you've seen my last muffin video I made, the DIY didn't kind of go to plan. I mean, we did make it work. The quantity here makes about 12 cupcakes. Now, I know you're asking, Gladys, where is the blueberry going to go? Don't worry, I've got this covered out in my head. Now what I'm going to do is get the blueberry in some of those over here. I'm going to create a hole of that. Yeah, there you go. And now what I'm going to do is top some off with the dark chocolate, just so that they kind of gives the top of the muffin a nice crisp finish. Okay, that's exactly why I'm doing that. Let's just a bit of color. I'm adding the white, and with that done and our oven preheated, our muffins are going to go in, and then we'll be back. Our muffins are baked. And what can I say about them? Amazing and yum. Okay, I have nothing to say except they look a little bit messy. Okay, and I should say the blueberries didn't turn out great, but that's because of my own misadventure. It hasn't ruined the recipe, it's just made them a little more messy. And plus, when I've tried them the first time, these muffins were great. I don't know why I wanted the blueberries, but hey, here's a recommendation. If you do try this muffin recipe, ignore the blueberry, okay? Just ignore them, because the difference between the blueberry ones, okay, the blueberries have melted in the middle. It makes it a little bit great to look at and perhaps to eat, but yeah, but the blueberry adds a kick of sweetness to it, which is nice, but as you can see, they're a little bit messy. And for the non-blueberry jam ones, look at that. I mean, come on, look at this. This, you can't go wrong with muffins like this, people. You just cannot go wrong with muffins like this. And they baked quicker than I thought. When I first tried them, they baked exactly for 22 minutes-ish. Because I added the blueberries, I thought they would go up to about 25 to half an hour. But no, between 22 and 25, they are completely done, super moist, great for you to try. Don't be misadventurous. A tip in baking, stick to the recipe. And I've already discussed tips that will get you great results in your baking. Don't be like me. Catch that video and also catch the rest of this series, plus a few others that I have on this channel. I'll see you in my next video.